Working in construction, it's easy to get caught up in the process of designing, pricing and delivering buildings, and to forget that those buildings are then around for many decades afterwards, having a pretty big influence on how we live our lives and run our businesses. In this video, we're going to look at 6D BIM and the value it can bring. If you're coming into this cold, here's a quick refresh on what BIM itself actually is. Building information modelling is a verb. It refers to the process of creating information models or data sets about built assets formed of graphical and non-graphical information in a shared digital space known as a common data environment. The information builds in richness as the project stages progress until that complete data set is handed over to the client at completion. As you create an information model, you can add scheduling data to different components, generating accurate program data for your project. This is known as 4D BIM. You can then link cost data to various components in the information model to generate estimates, and this process is known as 5D BIM. Taking it one step further and adding information on the expected lifespan and maintenance requirements of a component to support facilities management is what we call 6D BIM. That data can include details about the component's manufacturer, when it was installed, the necessary maintenance that it requires and when, how to operate it at its optimum level to enhance performance or conserve energy, and its expected lifespan. Just as an aside, it's important to note that 6D BIM refers to a particular way of linking data to an information model, an additional dimension, if you like, of data. It's very different to the BIM maturity levels that run from 0 to 3 and beyond, describing the supply chain's ability to exchange information in a digital way. 4D, 5D and 6D considerations can all occur within BIM level 2. If you're working with 6D BIM, it would be wrong to say that you're working at BIM level 6. Once collated and linked into the information model, that 6D data can be used to support decision making during the design process and to support the operation of the built asset once it's in use. Let's take a quick look at both of those applications. Firstly, let's look at how 6D data can support the design and delivery phase of a built asset. At design stage, 6D information enables teams to consider the impact of their proposals over the building's life cycle, simulating their anticipated outcomes and costs. In that all-consuming delivery phase we spoke about at the outset, it helps switch the focus from capital costs onto the whole life operating cost of the asset. The earlier you can do this in a project, the greater the value it will add. Ideally, you'd do it right from inception. That value is realised in supporting the operation of built assets once they're in use. At handover, the project team will be able to pass this complete data set, now known as an asset information model, over to the building's end user. The digital model provides them with a more controlled, accessible and easily navigable way of managing their information. It's much more practical than the bundles of lever arch folders that are handed over traditionally. We'll take a look at how you can hand over a digital model to an end user in a different video. With data on maintenance, lifespans and energy performance to hand, building operators can determine the costs of these activities and create spend profiles over a building's life, pre-planning maintenance activities years in advance. It helps them adopt a completely planned and proactive approach to facilities management, as opposed to a reactive one, when unexpected events and costs can crop up at any moment. Where maintenance does occur, or where an asset is extended, refurbished or remodelled, operators can update the information model with the relevant points about that event. Having this available is especially powerful when creating similar built assets in the future. It enables design teams to hone proposals accordingly based on real, in-use data. And in construction terms, that's kind of the holy grail. That data will enable us to deliver better buildings and to support numerous other industries that all contribute to our economy and our way of life. That's when people understand the importance of construction and give it the respect that our industry so badly deserves. If you don't work in construction and have just stumbled across this video, you might be stunned to learn that, for the most part, our industry don't really consider the operational phase. They tend to focus on capital costs. And that's largely down to the fact that winning projects is decided on the price for building them, rather than the value they can offer in the long term. If that sounds shocking to you and total madness in the context of what I've just explained in this video, well, you're right. In the UK, PAS 1192 Part 3 covers the process of managing a built asset using BIM. It's a free download from the British Standards website at this link, and we have a short explanatory video about it on the B1M channel.